4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to another episode of Diecast Reviews. I know I haven't done one in a while. I did one previously of the Marvel Series 3 doubles, but, it's not been doing too well, but hopefully you guys have been watching it. But today, we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Monster Jam Series 3 singles, and for this one, we have 3 trucks to showcase for today. Now, normally there would be 4, but that missing one happens to be Venom, which I did not pick up, even though I've seen it multiple times. I've only picked up the trucks that I needed to review. Meanwhile, Venom was one that I've already reviewed previously, and I have already had the truck in the first place, so that truck will not be included in this review video, and instead it's going to be these 3 that you are seeing right here. Now, I am trying my hardest to work on some other diecast review videos, but personal life stuff has been going on. I've never really gotten a chance to do those, but they're coming, so don't worry. But for this one, we have the white Spider-Man right here looking pretty fresh, and then on this side right here we have the Thor returning from the singles lineup, this time in gold, and we have a new truck to showcase for Series 3 of the Marvel singles, and it is the Agents of S.H.E.I.L.D. diecast truck, or otherwise people call it the Nick Fury truck. I like to call it the S.H.I.E.L.D. truck for, to stick with its name, and it's an all-new paint scheme as well, and it also has the Escalade body, which we will talk about in a moment. But first, yeah, you can see right there on the back side, you can see everything on it, which we will review in a bit. But first, we're going to take a look at the white Spider-Man single right here first, since this one is, well, the truck that I have actually seen before, which we will talk about in just a moment right here. Just looking at this truck right here looks absolutely phenomenal, and I really love that they're bringing back Spider-Man, since we had Spider-Man in Series 2 of the Marvel singles, and I made a review video on that one too. But this Spider-Man is different because this one is all white, and if we look at the back right here, you can see there's the comic book strip side artwork, and then here are the other trucks right there included in the same series. You can see the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. truck right there. There's the Gold Thor, and then there's the Venom that I was talking about that I already have, which I do not need to review on. And with that being said, this truck right here is about to be really nice and really good to review. With that being said, let's open it right up. Alright, I've opened it up, and you can see the artwork style for the packaging right here for the Marvel trucks. You can see Spider-Man right there. Looking really good, though. Like I said, I had a Series 2 Spider-Man right there that I reviewed, but now we are reviewing this all-out white Spider-Man right here. As you can see from the detailing, this is actually the anti-Venom Spider-Man, which was seen in some of the Spider-Man video games on the PlayStation. However, this one, I've actually owned a white Spider-Man before, and that was a mystery motor that I had a while back, and I made a video on that one. Which, in this one, this is a lot cleaner, and this one's a lot similar to the other one that I had. Like I said, this one is a lot cleaner, and the white roll cage matches with it as well, and the white accents all over it. You could see the spider logos here and here, and you could see all of the webbing art style on the body, and then there is the black accents with the mini spider on there. It has a black chassis with a black white roll cage, white wheels, and black tires. Unfortunately not BKT printed, but with that, we are going to move on with the gold Thor. Now, this guy is a lot different from the Series 1 version that we've had a while back, and glad that they decided to re-release Thor, both from the doubles and from the singles lineup at the same series number, in case those who haven't gotten it back in last year. Really nice truck, and I love the art style on the side. With that, let's open this guy up. Okay, so Thor, as you can see on the packaging, you can see the full art style for Thor, and you can see the comic strips on the side along with the dirt accents on there. So there is the die cast that I'm holding, and apparently this is supposed to be the Thor Love and Thunder version that we've seen in the recent Thor movie. Not the most recent, but probably the recent one that we've gotten. You can see there it's supposed to replicate the one from the movie. And there's a lot of gold accents on there, which had replaced the original Thor with the grayer accents. And as you can see there, the roll cage is a different color as well. And the armor looks exactly the same, except it's, like I said, it's replaced from gray to gold. And you can see the Asgardian armor and accents on there. The ears itself are made of rubber, just like the previous Thor. And right there. And you notice that the hammer has a different color scheme, and it's silver this time with chrome accents. And I try to wiggle the hammer, make sure it's secure, because I'm afraid of breaking it. And you can see the diecast on the hood, and more Asgardian accents with buttons on there. And is that the BTS logo? I don't know. But there's the hood. Everything looks exactly the same as the regular Thor that we've gotten. And it has a blue chassis with a bright gold roll cage with, you can see the blue roll cage and a blue chassis with a gold roll cage, red wheels, and black tires, making this a standard Thor to have in your collection. And now we're on to the final truck of the mix, and this one is the Agents of S.H.E.I.L.D truck, or otherwise known as S.H.I.E.L.D, or the Nick Fury truck, however you want to call it. This one is a new truck added to the fleet of Team Marvel. And right there on the packaging, you notice that there are 3 people on there, which is very new. And this one is a lot blue, and we're going to open this guy up. Alright, I mentioned previously that there are 3 people on there, and there you can see Nick Fury. That is supposed to be Hawkeye, and I believe that is Black Widow. And I think this is hinting us that we're getting a Black Widow and a Hawkeye diecast pretty soon in the future. I don't know, but they're on there for some reason instead of just Nick Fury. But I always thought these were supposed to be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. members, like the ones that Nick Fury has alongside him. But no, it's apparently Hawkeye and Black Widow, hinting us that we might get Black Widow and Hawkeye variant trucks. Who knows? But yeah, you just saw the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo right there. And onto the truck itself. This diecast itself returns the old Escalade body that we've seen previously before. And like I said, it's a lot blue and a lot different from, the trucks I've ever seen. It's a lot blue, as I said, rocking a lot of blue accents. There's also the colored tires on there. You can see the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. logos along the roof and on the sides, including the hood as well. And it's also on the rear, if you noticed on the back side right there. There's that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. And there's also some accents on there. It's supposed to be like neo cybernetic accent colors and an aesthetic to it. And there's that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo on the back, as I'm pointing my finger there. On there, there's also a white stripe right towards the front there on the fender. And on the hood, there's that same Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but there is a slogan on there which says, "I choose." And then this part right here, that says "to protect," which basically means I choose to protect. Colored wheels, and the chassis color itself is cyan with a Team Screamer gray roll cage with a dark blue wheels and cyan tires instead of black, which, honestly, I like the colored tires on this one. It kind of fits the truck itself on that. And with that, we have basically concluded the Series 3 Marvel singles. And here are all the trucks here from the same series. And I've also noticed that there are no flags that come with this packaging. I don't know why they discontinued it, but I really liked the ideas of the flags being included for the singles. Series 1 had them, and then Series 2, and now we don't see them in Series 3. And I've also just discovered that Series 4 will feature a new packaging with the Marvel trucks, but they won't have the same flag accessories that we've had in the first 2 mixes of the Marvel singles lineup. With that, we will conclude the video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.